Hello everybody, and welcome back to OMB Reviews. I am the critic who is a cynic. Hope we're doing well, and today we're going to be talking about a little bit of Star Wars news, as it has apparently now been confirmed by Alan Tudyk that he will not be reappearing as K-2SO in the first season of Rogue One Disney Plus prequel series, Cassian Andor, a series in which no one honestly has that much interest in, seeing that it's about a completely forgettable character, and the only thing that people like me were having any interest and desire to see in it was the fact that they had said initially that Alan Tudyk would be returning as K-2SO, and this news had to break from the actor himself rather than from Star Wars, rather than from Disney, which makes me seem like they wanted people to think that he was going to be in the series to try and keep some interest in it, because honestly, who in the hell cares about Cassian Andor, such a forgettable character? But before diving further into the story, please be sure to smash the like button whether you're watching over on YouTube or whether you're watching over on Odyssey or on Minds.com. Those are the three places that I upload. I am no longer uploading to Rumble because I'm just sick and tired of uploading to multiple locations, and Rumble really doesn't have that much going on for it right now. Again, nothing against the platform, it just doesn't really seem to be the place for me. So, anyway, let's go ahead and dive into this news from The Wrap via MSN. I still don't quite understand why it works in this way and in this fashion. It kind of ticks me off, but hey, it is what it is. It says here, although Alan Tudyk is set to reprise his role as the droid K-2SO in Disney Plus' upcoming Rogue One prequel series centered on Diego Luna's Cassian Andor, fans will have to wait longer than anticipated. Tudyk revealed to Collider that his droid sidekick will not appear at all during the first season of Andor, which is scheduled to debut sometime in 2022. Okay, so you're going to basically try and say, oh, well, it's not saying that he'll never appear. It's just that, you know, the big thing that they were trying to push about K-2SO coming back in the series, you know, one of the only reasons why people like me had any interest in this series, oh yeah, you'll have to wait a whole season and watch an entire season about a boring character. No, thank you. It was already going to be hard enough for me to want to watch the show, and on top of that, the fact that now you don't have the one interesting part about that show in the show any longer. Yep. No, thank you. It goes on to say, they're shooting it right now. I'm not in it, the actor told the outlet. I'm going to be in the show, he said. It's just that the story that showrunner Tony Gilroy is telling doesn't involve K-2SO until later on. I can't be too specific, but I can definitely say that I'm not going to be in the first season, which again, it's cool that he's confirming that he'll still be in the show as a character, but once again, I am not going to waste an entire season with a character I don't care about, all so that I can see a character that I do care about, which was only just the smallest little bit of thing, the smallest thing that had me having any interest in the show whatsoever. I mean, I love Alan Tudyk, and I love the character of K-2SO, but if you're going to tell me I have to watch an entire series, an entire season of a series, just to get to that character who is a side character, I love Alan Tudyk, but I'm not sure if I love him enough to watch an entire season of a show I don't want to actually watch. It goes on. Along with Luna, Andor will star Stellan Skarsgård, Adria Arjona, Fiona Shaw, Dennis Gow, Kyle Soller, and Genevieve O'Reilly. Again, other than Stellan Skarsgård, haven't heard of any of those people. It's one of the multiple Star Wars TV series that are coming to Disney Plus on the heels of The Mandalorian's runaway success. Those include 3 spin-offs directly from The Mandalorian, Ahsoka starring Rosario Dawson, Ranger of the New Republic, and The Book of Boba Fett with Tamora Morrison and Ming-Na Wen. Additionally, Ewan McGregor is reprising his role as Obi-Wan Kenobi in a limited series that will see the return of the Hayden Christensen Darth Vader, and Russian Doll co-creator Leslie Headland is working on Acolyte, which takes place well before anything we've seen on the screen in Star Wars universe, and is also a show that most people don't care about because it's being made by Leslie Headland. But seriously, Cassian Andor with no K-2SO, not really something that I have any desire to see. Of course, I found this out from Star Wars Stuff, who again pointed out that Alan Tudyk had confirmed this and said he will no longer be in the show, at the very least in the first season. But as I said, the one thing this show had going for it was the promise of a hilarious character in K-2SO, and now it's not going to deliver on that in the entire first season. That seems to indicate that it's not even going to be in the season finale, as he said that he has not shot anything and is not a part of the filming process. Obviously, he knows a little bit more about the story than we do, so it very well could be that he's just stringing people along and that the story is going to lead up to the final episode, and then K-2SO is going to make an appearance and maybe save the day and maybe save Cassian Andor for all we know. But again, that means we have to watch an entire series with just Cassian Andor, with just Diego Luna as one of the most boring characters to ever exist within Star Wars. Once again, in all honesty, if you go back to Rogue One, Other than that Darth Vader scene, is there really a whole lot of stuff that you can honestly remember? Okay, yeah, you had some really cool scenes and sequences with the guy and going, I am one with the Force is with me. Okay, that was kind of cool. I'll admit, those were some cool characters. And you know what? To be honest, had they made a show about those two characters and their journey, that actually could have been nice. That actually could have been a really cool thing to see. But instead, what did they say to do? Oh, we're just going to make one about Diego Luna's character, Cassian Andor, who was a poorly written character and a boring one to boot. But hey, remember that funny robot that everyone liked? One of the only other parts about Rogue One that anyone actually had any appreciation for because Alan Tudyk is a boss? Yeah, you remember him? Oh, well, he's not going to be in the first season. Sorry. And by the way, we're not going to tell you that he's not in the first season. We're going to have Alan Tudyk have to talk in an interview about it. And then, luckily, we have enough Star Wars fans out there that are going to be covering this kind of stuff, so that way we know that we don't really have to waste our time with that first season, unless, of course, they start to reveal that there might be some cool stuff. But at this point, doesn't seem to be the case. Now, am I going to watch the first season? I might, because obviously I do have access to the program, and I'd like to do reviews for stuff like this on the channel. But I'm going to be honest, out of all the shows and all the things that have been promised and all the things coming forth, that's one of the shows where I'm very much like, I just don't even know if I want to watch it, right? I'm watching WandaVision, and I was not even that interested in that show. But I know, again, I knew people were going to want to talk about it, and people were going to want to know my thoughts about it. We've been talking about it on Friday Night Tights, and I imagine that Cassian Andor will be very similar to that. But I'm going to be honest, this is just one of those shows where it's like, just like I never want to watch Rogue One again because it's really not all that great if you really take out some of those key moments in it. The overall story is not that great, and Diego Luna, as one of the leads, is incredibly boring. Again, without K-2SO's character and without the comedic relief and me expecting some comedy in there by Alan Tudyk, I have really no desire. However, I am kind of excited about Alan Tudyk's next project, which is, of course, Resident Alien, which is set to premiere on Sci-Fi, because Alan Tudyk, as I mentioned, is a complete boss. It says Alan Tudyk explains why he's the right flavor of odd to lead Sci-Fi's Resident Alien. It says here that there are a lot of confounding irregularities in the world, including the fact that National Treasure, I like how they mentioned, Sci-Fi Wire is trash. Remember that it's from Sci-Fi Wire that we actually found out, just clearly from a clear revelation from them that they are literally Access Media, that they even admitted on the Sci-Fi Wire podcast. Remember when Gary Nerdrotic found this information out, and it was awesome that he did, that they admitted saying, oh yeah, we give favorable reviews to movies because we want to keep our access to those studios. Well, here it turns out Sci-Fi Wire is at least right in this instance, because I think Alan Tudyk absolutely is a national treasure. It says, has never been the lead in a series until Sci-Fi's new series Resident Alien. That is actually false. Remember that Alan Tudyk actually had his own series. I believe it was called Con Man, where he went around and it was basically set in a fictionalized universe. Nathan Fillion was a part of the show as well. Guess what? Alan Tudyk was the lead. So Sci-Fi Wire, you got your facts incorrect there. It says, for 2 decades, Tudyk has carved his chiseled mug into our hearts with a host of now classic supporting characters in TV and film. Wash from Firefly, which is fantastic. Steve the Pirate from Dodgeball. K-2SO from Rogue One, again, not going to be in this series, at least for the first season. And Mr. Nobody from Doom Patrol, to name a few. But never as a number one on a series call sheet. Once again, that is factually false. Though I guess their mindset is, well, we mean like mainstream shows, because that was technically like behind a I don't even remember if it was behind a paywall or not, but it was definitely a smaller tier show, but it still was a show where he was the lead. It says, that's finally being remedied by Resident Alien, in which Tudyk embodies an alien who crash landed on Earth and assumes the body of a rural Colorado doctor, Harry Vanderspiegel. That's a great name. All he wants is to look for a lost piece of a spaceship in peace, but Harry is conscripted by the local cops to help them solve a murder that's happened in town. That means mingling with the enemy and trying to look like his Harry belongs with other humans and on this planet, which is exactly up Tudyk's alley. He says, quote, I think more than anything on the show, I'm getting to play and do the physical game, he told Sci-Fi Wire. It's very physical role, and it's very funny, and it can be very touching. And again, I think that is pretty awesome. I am actually kind of looking forward to that. I believe that I have this app called Play On, which allows you to basically it acts as a recorder of shows. It acts as kind of a DVR essentially, and it is something that it goes on sale occasionally every now and then, but it's actually really, really nice. So I'm able to record shows from some of the more public platforms. I think Sci-Fi is one of the things on there, so I'm definitely have to record that because it actually kind of looks like a lot of fun. And again, I totally agree with the Sci-Fi Wire to say that Alan Tudyk is a national treasure, which again is the reason why I get to bring this back to the main story, which is that, seriously, Star Wars, what the hell are you thinking? You honestly want us to suffer through a boring show with a boring character, with a boring actor, all so that we can get to an amazing character who's just going to be a side character? I think that I'd rather go out and watch him in, Resident Alien. Maybe I'll watch season 1 of Resident Alien, and then I'll go watch season 2 of Cassian Andor if they can actually confirm that he's in the show. But anyway, that's going to be it for me, everybody. What are your thoughts about this? Are you kind of let down like I am again? I heard a lot of people, especially on social media, saying this was the only reason why anyone had any interest in the show. And if he's not going to be in it, then, why in the hell should we even bother in the first place? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. If you like this video, smash that like button. Again, whether you're watching over on Odyssey, over on Minds.com, or on YouTube, it really does help out a lot. Also, share this video. It does help. And also, check out the links in the description if you want to find out ways to follow me and to support the channel. You guys are awesome. Have a wonderful day, everybody. And as always, God bless. And now for a huge shout out to all of my January 2021 Patreon and Subscribe Star members: Albertus Magnus, Ali C83, Andrew Hoyle, Animation Commentator Brian P, Dion, Divex, Enrique Evangelista, Father Christopher Miller, hail to you, Father, Father Damian Cook, Garrett Searles, The Hunky Chunky Funky Monkey, Inflamed Wood, Trap Productions, Jason Clark, Jacob Juice, Jay, Jeffrey Toone, Jonathan Carney, Laura Story, Mike Jackson, Mad Mitch Dunaway, Mr. Peabody and his beautiful twin with the beautiful hair, Orange Hat Reviews, On to June, Out of Step with Reality, Riff Magos, Rosetta Allen, Steve Glasker, Teresa Martin, Theodore Bendon, Tina Bojan, and Tina B. Thank you very much for being my Patreon members. And also a huge shout out to my Subscribe Star peeps: Stan 4, John B, Perpetual Punster, Mr. Roy, Glinzer, Darkstar 57, J. Alex McCarthy Jr., US 888209 Fast, Dean Heiss, J-Rod the Beer Guru, Nevadan G. Adams, and ZK Man. You guys are all freaking amazing. Thank you so very much for being supporters. If you want your name shouted out, please consider joining on Patreon, where for $1 a month, you can get your name shouted out at the end of every single video and live stream. For $5 a month, you get access to that, and also you get access to exclusive giveaways, where I give away 4Ks, Blu-rays, digital codes, etc. $10 a month will get you all that, plus also access to a special podcast that I do with John the Flick Pick Flickinger. Lots of fun. We do Q&As from that as well, so you get access to asking those Q&As, asking us any wide variety of questions. And for $25 a month, you get all of that stuff, plus you get to be featured once a month on the Chosen of Valhalla live stream. And also for that first month, you get a free t-shirt shipped anywhere throughout the world. So if you want to consider any of those things, please check out the links in the description below, where you can find my Subscribe Star and Patreon, and also other ways to support the channel. You're all amazing and beautiful people. Have a wonderful day, and as always, God bless.